We're live. My name is Mahoney. I am here with you every single Monday at 1 p.m. on Twitch, and I am stoked to dive into this with you. So, whether or not you are someone who has been like freaked out when you think of clicking that go live button, oh my goodness, I know so many people who have been there. Or maybe you have live streamed confidently and now you're looking to either maybe you took a break and you're looking to like restart and get all geared back up, especially now if you're watching this live, we are heading into 2019. Maybe you're like, oh, I took a break and I'm going to start it again. And maybe there's a little bit of like the butterflies in your stomach or about like a little bit of a freak out. Or maybe you've been streaming confidently, but now you have a new goal, a new objective with your live streams, or a new type of content that you're delivering. What I have found time and time again is that confidence is something that we don't just figure out, lock it into place, and then forget it. It's something that we have to get into place, learn how to walk with confidence, go live with confidence, and then we have to rework those muscles time and time and time again, right? Okay, so we are going to dive into that today. And I am actually going to do a few things over here on my phone so that we can really share this awesome broadcast with the world. I want to make sure that this is working. I have loved being here on Twitch with you. We are using BeLive TV right now. And I want to let you know, if you comment with the command BeLive, as you can see right there, you will be able to go. You'll be able to, let me see one more thing. Yeah, okay, perfect. You'll be able to get access to your own version of BeLive TV. So let me give you a little behind the scenes of this, which is super cool. I see that we have people joining us. Hello. Check this out. I'm actually going to screen share with you before we dive into our content. We're talking about confidence today. I know for some of you, this is like, yeah, I'm confident all the time until you decide to maybe go live with a new subject matter, or maybe go live on a new platform, or maybe go live in front of, like, what if you're going live at some point and then all of a sudden, like in the comments, you see like your ex-boyfriend or you're going live and in the comments all of a sudden you see like a client that you were having issues with at one point, or maybe you go live and in the comments you see someone that you really want to work with and you really want to impress them, right? It's crazy to me that literally in a second that amazing confidence that we led with can be shot to the bottom, right? So I find it so super important for us to be able to tap into these things that really allow us to re-engage our confidence. So it's so good. Hey, Jason, good to see you here. Okay, I'm going to send this to the broadcast. Whoa, my face just got really big. Okay, I'm going to send this to the broadcast so that you can see it. This is what it looks like behind the scenes at BeLive TV. I love our new graphics here that our awesome graphic designer Kevin created for me. So this is the BeLive screen behind the scenes, which is how we're doing all of this. If you've never been on Twitch before, and you're like, oh my gosh, I wouldn't even know how to get started, we make it super, super easy with BeLive TV. If you are someone who uses Twitch regularly, like maybe you're a gamer or a musician or a creator who is using Twitch, and maybe you've had to use some tools that were like super technical and kind of crazy, I want you to know that we got your back because it makes it so easy. You can screen share right away. You can bring up, like, look, I'm going to give you a little sneak peek into what we're going to be talking about. When I clicked agenda over here, you can see my notes. So actually, these are my notes from last week. These are the things that we covered last week. And I have my notes from this week on the bottom. So I've already prepared. I have all of my bullet points ready for you. And check this out. If you want a written guide to go with our show, all you have to do is comment below with an exclamation point and the word notes. That's the command. For those of you that may not be familiar with commands, it's like a bot on Facebook where it will respond to your comment. But this one comments, the response to the comment happens actually in the comments. Super cool. Yeah. So do it just like Jason did. I'm going to show his. Ta-da! And then you can see it responds right away. Our little bot responds right away. It's so cool. And it gives you that link. So just to stay in the theme of bots, this guy actually, when you click on that link, it'll take you to my bot my messenger bot who will actually give you the notes. She'll actually give you the notes for last week, and she'll also send you the notes for this week when they're ready, which is really cool. Super, super cool. We have a couple. And so Alfredo, it's a little different. Don't do the @ Nightbot. Do, at Nightbot. I guess you can do that. Sorry. I thought you were trying to do a command. Yeah. So I see now that you were trying to tag Nightbot. When I first started using Twitch, I was watching my friend Luria's show and I didn't realize that it was a bot. P.S. I'm going to multitask right now. If you want to do it with me, I'm going to try and share this broadcast while we're live. What happened was I started talking to their bot as if it was a real person. Like, I was like, hey, Dot the bot. Can you see me? I don't know. Hold on. Watch this. Okay. I was like, hey, Dot the bot. Thanks for sending me the notes. And then everybody was like, Molly, that's a bot. It's not a human. And I was like, oh, thanks, Dot. They don't know that I talk to bots all the time. So, okay. So we're going to be talking about confidence today. And this is really interesting because last year, right around this time, I was actually I still haven't shared this. Last year, right around this time, I was at an event where I was speaking. It was a Thrive Academy, which is Jesse and Charla. They run this thing called Thrive Academy, which is amazing. And they have a retreat that they host every year. I'm actually leaving on Wednesday to go to the retreat again. It's called the Transformational Leadership Retreat. And I was asked to speak about live video and messenger bots there last year. So I did this. I was on stage and I was thinking, should I talk about confidence? Because everyone who was there in that room, they were all, they had to be at least making 6 figures in their business. Many of them were making multiple 6 figures or 7 figures. And I was like, I don't really know if these people need help with confidence. But I stuck to what I know is my, what I know is something that has been super, super helpful for me when it comes to live streaming and super, super helpful for my clients as well. So I shared some of the strategies that I'm going to share with you today. And the response at the end was so crazy because Charlotte stood on stage and she said, okay, this is at the end of the whole retreat. She said, okay, I want to know what your biggest takeaways were. And so many people raised their hand and said, Molly's tips about confidence were so valuable to me. And I was like, I almost didn't even share them because I feel like people who are successful and already seem so confident don't need this stuff. But we all need this at certain times. We all need it. Yeah. So I'm going to dive in. Some of these may be things that you've heard before if you have seen my videos in the past. If you have not seen my videos in the past, then you're in for a treat. If you have seen my videos in the past, I want you to know that I'm adding some new tips here for you. And I also think this is just stuff, like I said earlier, that it's just so important for us to be able to have like a specific list of things that we can go back to for those moments when we're like, oh my gosh, my whole confidence just was shot. And one of these tips is from Brene Brown. My gosh, my hair is being crazy. One of these tips is from Brene Brown. If you know Brene Brown and you love her, let me know. I figured out how to share. Hooray! I'm sharing the broadcast for a boost of confidence. Okay, if you know Brene Brown, give me a Brene in the comments below if you love her. I've been reading this book of hers called Dare to Lead recently, and I love how she shares that her confidence, sometimes she needs a confidence boost as well. And she's like, a big deal. Okay. I'm sharing that right now. If you want to know, if you're new to BeLive and you want to know how to, if you're new to BeLive, if you're new to Twitch and you want to know how to share, if you're watching on your phone, pull the video up, click on it. And then there's that little arrow at the very top, which you'll be able to share, which is cool. And I would love you to share. It'd be so awesome. The bot leads to a Facebook page. So you believe it requires a sign in for that. Yes, you have to be signed into Facebook Messenger in order to get the show notes because we're delivering them via Facebook Messenger. So if you're not signed into your Facebook account, just sign in and then you can get the show notes. It's really cool. Ooh, and if you're not on Facebook, let me show you something else. So we actually have, ta-da, a Discord community that is awesome. So Discord, for those of you that don't know, is a really cool chat app. And it's like taking a Facebook group and making it even more awesome because there's lots of categories. You can private message people. It's an amazing social media platform where you can be connected. And we have our own Discord community. So if you click on, or if you comment below with the command Discord, that's !Discord, then you'll be able to get access to our Discord community. It won't make you sign into Facebook. Okay. And in our Discord community, we have an awesome support team. We have amazing, there's just like really awesome people in there who know so much about Twitch, who know so much about BeLive. It's really, really cool. Okay, I am stoked. Let's dive in. Once again, if I haven't met you, my name is Molly Mahoney. I am one of the hosts here for BeLive TV. I love being a part of this community platform. Jason's a member of our team as well, which is so awesome. And I see that we have many of you who are part of my online community and community in general. So if you're in Mallstar, give me a hashtag Mallstars in the comments below so that I know that you're here. And if you're looking to connect with me on my Twitch channel, I've just started it. I will be showing you some behind the scenes, a few business tips, but mostly it's the place where I am going to play. So I'll be singing, I'll be making, like creating crafts and felt and all kinds of, I make handmade felt, which is pretty cool. I also sing. I'm learning how to play the piano. I'm going to be doing that there. And building out some of my marketing stuff that I'm doing for my business. I'm going to show you behind the scenes over there on Twitch. I'm also doing makeup tutorials. So be sure to check me out at The Prepared Performer. Okay, let's jump into this. So I think something that would be really amazing would be if we could all, I'm getting like emotional. I'm going to skip ahead. This is like tip number 5. This is in tip number 5, but I'm going to say it right now. Before we get started, I want to quote Brene Brown and say, people, people, people. It can be really scary to put yourself out there and be vulnerable. And when you're going live, especially because anything can happen. Right? Things can go wrong. Technically, things can go, you can get a hater. Somebody can say something rude. So many things can happen that can instantly knock you off track. So, hold on. Let me just make sure I clarify this. Sherry says, do I need to sign into Twitch with Facebook to get the notes? No, you should be able to just click on that link, Sherry. Just click on that link. If you're having an issue with it, Sherry, I can, the link doesn't work. It did last time. Maybe you do. I don't know. If not, just write notes and I'll make sure I come back. If you've done that and it didn't work, I'll come back and get them to you. Okay. It worked last time though, because I know we had people opt in. So I don't know. It was the same link. Okay. Maybe you do need to be signed in though, in order to click on it. I'm not sure. Okay. Jason says it worked for me. Hooray. Jason, are you logged in? It looks like you are. So maybe Sherry, try logging in. It would be cool because then you'd be able to subscribe to our channel and all that magical stuff. Okay. So this is what I want to say. People, people, people. Brene Brown says that before she goes on a stage in front of thousands or 30 or whatever, like one time she went in and spoke in front of all these crazy CEOs and she was like, why are they going to want to listen to me? And before she goes on stage, she says, people, people, people. So this is huge, reminding yourself that really we are all on the same page. And I lately have been forcing myself to be brave in the communities that I'm interacting with. So I have some awesome communities that I've created where I know I can be really vulnerable. I know we've created an awesome culture that's very specific. But now that I've been stepping into these new communities, like I've really been forcing myself to be active in the ClickFunnels community. Coming here on Twitch with you guys is so fun, but it's also like a different space for me, right? So I've been really forcing myself to remember that we're all people at the root of it. So before you go live, just think people, people, people. And one way I think that we can actually really reinforce that for ourselves right now is if we comment below and let us know so that we're all on the same page. Let us know a time when you had a dip in your confidence. I'll tell a story about when I had a dip in my confidence, and I would love to have you share just like briefly in the comments when you had a dip in your confidence. You may have heard the story of how I was in Barcelona recently and someone stole my phone. Excuse me. So someone stole my phone and I literally was like, I became an actual, I told my kids this story last night, even though it was like a month ago. I hadn't told them this before. They're 4 and 7. So I think I didn't want to freak them out. But I became Sigourney Weaver in Ghostbusters. I was like, right? I honestly surprised myself with how much powerful confidence I had to chase this jerk down the street in Barcelona. I had just gotten there. My business coach was with me. I was with him and his wife. He got up. I'm really good friends with him. He got up and chased me down the street. I was actually wearing this necklace. The guy stopped. I was like, "You stole my phone." There were a couple other words in there that I will not be repeating on a live stream. But I was flipping out, but like in this very powerful, confident, "Give me my effing phone back, you jerk." He's like, I don't have it. And I saw my phone hiding under the bottom of his sweater. I reached out, I karate chopped the phone. It fell on the floor. And I was like, like, "You took my phone." Like, and Adam picked it up when it fell on the floor. I was like screaming at the guy, ready to take him out. Adam was like, "Whoa, Molly, calm down. We got it. Let's go." We go back. A lot of other stuff happened. I was like shaking for hours, right? But I felt super empowered. And I was like, no one is going to get in my way again. Like, this is the moment that I am like fully grounded in my confidence. Okay. The next day, I am by myself in Barcelona and I'm walking through the park. And one thing that I have really wanted in my life is to have more tap dancing in my life. If you're a musical theater fan, give me an MT in the comments so that I know I'm not alone. And I've wanted more tap dancing in my life because I used to teach tap. I've done 42nd Street. I've done Crazy for You. Like, I don't tap very much anymore. I'm walking through the park and I see a group of tap dancers and I'm like, and they are in the middle of this gazebo and they're trading fours. They're like, when you trade fours, it's like each person takes 4 8 counts. Like a 1 and a 2 and a 3, 4, 5, 6, a 7, 8, right? Like 3 and 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8. They're like tapping their rhythm out. And I have a jazz band with my husband, so we do stuff like this and music as well. And I was like, I so easily could jump on the stage with them or in this little gazebo with them. And I sat there for like 15 minutes struggling with the confidence to be able to go talk to them when it was just tap dancing and something that I really wanted. And in my brain, I was like, Mahoney, what the heck is wrong with you? Like, why can't you say yes to this? And what I think it really proves to me is that when there's something that we like dream bigger about or that we aspire to step into, that's when our confidence is like, ugh, and we start to play small. There's a longer story to this that I left because I thought they were done. I ended up having to come back through the same way in the park and they were dancing again. I did work up the courage to go up and talk to them. And I ended up dancing with them in the park for about an hour. And it was awesome. But I was like, man, why could you not just have the courage to reach out in the first place? Okay. And I really do think I'm like one of the most confident people I know. But even for me, there's moments when I have to tap into these strategies. Okay. So let me know if you feel me and you're ready for these tips. The first tip, I want to make sure that this is all, I'm like checking the tech, right? To make sure everything's working. Okay. The first tip that I want to share with you is, yes, ready. Thank you. Okay. The first tip that I want to share with you, especially if you're in a place where you're live streaming because you have an objective in mind, like you have a reason that you want to do with it, you have a why, you have something where you're like really powerfully, wanting to step out. I also want to say, I see that you guys are ready, but I didn't see anyone share with me a time when they were scared. Can we go back to people? Because I want to know I'm not alone. If you're not ready to share exactly what it was, you can just say not alone and I'll feel better. I want to bring us all to an even playing field. Okay. Thank you. Wendla says all the time. Okay, perfect. I love you. I'm glad that you're here. Okay. So before you go live, before you walk into a networking event, before you get on a sales call, before you get on a call with a potential sponsor for your live streams, before you get on a call with a potential agent for your live streams, right? I come from the world of performing. I was a professional musical theater performer for a bajillion years. And so this is a tip a strategy that I used as a professional musical theater performer. It's also something that I used when I was a musical theater coach, because I had clients who had Broadway credits who would still struggle with their confidence. So people, okay? The most important thing that you can do is tap into your quesadilla of awesome. Many of you know what this is. Many of you probably do not. So I'm going to share with you what the quesadilla of awesome is. The quesadilla of awesome is an amazing strategy. You're going to take everything that you know is so amazing about the content that you're going to be bringing to your Facebook Lives. Oh, whoop, we're on Twitch. Everything that you know that's so amazing that you're going to be bringing to your Twitch shows, that you're going to be bringing to YouTube Live if you're going live over there, that you're going to be bringing to Periscope if you happen to still be doing that. Maybe at some point they'll come up with a MySpace Live and you're going to be going live over on MySpace. Wherever you're going live, you want to think about all of the awesome that you're going to be presenting in the videos that you have planned. Take it like this and throw it up into the sky. And what are you left with? You as a human. Every time I do that exercise, I'm like, oh yeah, people, right? Oh yeah, it's scary to think about what it's like to be you as a human. Or it can be, right? Maybe you're someone who has struggled with a little like social anxiety, and that you're thinking like, if I can't even talk to people in real life, like how the heck am I going to get on this video, right? There's so many things that can come up for us when we think about who we are as actual people. Maybe you're thinking like, yeah, I'm an awesome human, and that's really good, but we're going to get really specific about it. So what you want to do is make a list of 20 things that make you a uniquely awesome human being. Okay. Now, when you make this list, like you can go over this list right before you ask for a sale, if that's where this comes up for you, right? But you have to identify where this comes up for you so that before you actually step into that scary place, you can be like, I need to look at my list of the things that make me an awesome human. So you're going to make a list of 20 things that make you an awesome human. Okay. Now I have an upcoming masterclass happening where I'm going to dive more into this and actually how to take your videos and strategize them going forward. And if you use the comment, where did it go? Notes, right? You'll not only get access to the written guide, you'll also get access to my upcoming masterclass that I'm going to be doing where we'll dive even deeper into this. But I'm going to just share this acronym that I have. And this acronym is the word SAVE. Now you may be thinking, SAVE is spelled S-A-V-E, but it's not. It's S-A-A-V-E because I personally can't spell, and I used to get really uncomfortable about it, but now I just spell things wrong on purpose, and I've made it a part of my brand. So you're going to fill out these categories. The first one is your skill sets. And if you've done this before, I want you to do it again. Your skill sets, the things that you are naturally gifted at, that you're like, yes, this is something that I'm awesome at. The next one is your appearance. If you don't figure out things about your appearance that you love before you go live, you're going to see yourself back in the screen and you're going to get crazy. All of the gremlins are going to creep up. Like for me, it's my bangs, right? I like my bangs when they are like even. And when I just got my haircut last week, so sometimes they get kooky. When they start to separate, I'm like, and I start paying attention to it. So maybe for me, I need to like put a little bit of product in them so they stay more solid so it doesn't bug me, right? But I have to think of it as to what I love about my appearance. I love my glasses. They make me a little more confident when I go live because it like puts on this persona, even though I use them to actually go live, right? But you want to identify what is it about your appearance that you love so that you can celebrate when you are on camera. Okay. The next thing is, that's your appearance. The next thing is your activities that you love. This is awesome for networking. I was engaging in the ClickFunnels community recently. Like I shared, I'm really stepping out and doing that more often. And I connected with somebody and realized we were both swing dancers. And it was like this crazy, awesome conversation because I was a hardcore swing dancer in a past life. It was an amazing way to build a relationship with him. And we're already like best friends, which is crazy, right? But when you know what those activities are that you can lead with for connection, it's important. Okay. Then like musical theater, I commented, does anyone here like musical theater? Then we can start to connect with each other because we have the same things in common, right? Okay. V is for your values. And this is huge. So V for values. And what you want to do here is you want to really be hardcore about the values that you celebrate, about the values that you firmly stick to and believe in. So for me in my business, we have a few values that I talk about all the time, and it helps me to know that if someone comes into one of our videos that does not adhere to those values or believe and have a foundation in those values, my community is going to come up and be like, dude, you're not being kind, get out, right? Or they're going to have my back. Because I've had moments where I've had like truth talk, right? Oh, actually, number 2 is truth. You want to tap into what's true. And I've had people who have said really rude things on my videos. It doesn't happen very often, but it has happened. And I'm so grateful that I've been really clear about my values and celebrated them loudly so that my community will step up and help support me. And that's what will happen for you as well. So for me, the values that I talk about quite often are kindness. Even when I dropped my 4-year-old off at school this morning, his teacher was like, come say goodbye to mama, because he had started playing with some Legos. And I was like, come here, give me a kiss. He comes over, and then the teacher said, and tell mama what's the most important thing in your family. Because every time I leave, I say, what's the most important thing in our family? And Charlie, who cannot pronounce his K's or k, he can't say that. He says, kindness, right? And then I say it again. And he goes, kindness, right? But we like make it a real thing. Yeah. Okay. After that, the last thing is things you like to eat. And so many of you have heard me talk about this before, but I swear to you, talking about Brussels sprouts on social media is like an instant way to gain engagement. The other thing is for confidence wise, if you look at this list of things that make you a uniquely awesome human, and then you do what I call the bubble test, you take your fingers like this and you're like, and you think of that list before you go live, you are going to bring your best energy to the camera. Whether or not your bangs are bugging you, or whether or not something happens and goes wrong, you're going to bring your best self to the world because you've tapped into who you really are. When you're trying to be someone else, that's when your audience is like, whoa, what's going on here, right? And people who don't like you for who you are, they can go find somebody else's live stream. Okay. So that's Quesadilla of Awesome. Get really clear, make that list. I know we went kind of in depth into that one, but it's really important. So the reason it's called the Quesadilla of Awesome is because everyone has something that makes them uniquely awesome, even if it's just that you make an amazing quesadilla. Okay. Figure out who you are as a human, and then we're going to grow from there. Okay. Next thing is truth. Before you go live, tap in with yourself and be like, okay, what do I know to be true? Because what I know to be true right now is what Sherry said earlier. Molly, you have been training all day. This is like my 6th video today. So I am allowing myself to take water breaks. So what I really want to tap into what you know to be true. If you're going to be sharing valuable information of some sort, tap in to what you know to be true. Don't let the gremlins that are like, you're not good enough or you don't have enough value, creep at you, right? What you know to be true, that you're being brave and sharing from your heart authentically, if that happens to be true, that you are being brave and letting people see you play a game or dive in and like go behind the scenes, create a piece of art, sing a song. If you make a mistake, what could happen? Tell yourself the truth about it, right? Be honest and be honest with your community. Okay. Number 2, truth. Okay. Number 3, and I love this one. Get a magic feather. So this is setting my water down. This is so important. So, in Dumbo, which, oh my gosh, I'm so excited because it's coming back out again in March. I just saw another trailer for it. It's not going to come out until March, which is like crazy. I'm actually going to try this link right here. It's coming out in March. cuckoo. And it, Dumbo has the ability to fly, right? And then he doesn't realize that he has the power to fly. He's like, what are you talking about? How did I get up in this tree? So the crows give him the feather and say, yeah, you did because you had this magic feather, or you have the power to fly again with this magic feather. And that magic feather gives him the confidence to know that he can do it, right? So by knowing that, by having that extra little boost of confidence in a physical form, he believes in himself. So then he gets up on that high thing in the circus and he's like, got his magic feather. Right before he goes to fly, he drops the magic feather. Oh no. And what happens? He had the power all along, right? So for me, I have this new magic feather that I've been wearing. And this can kind of work as like, you tie a string to remind yourself of something. It's really like, bring yourself back to the truth, right? Bring yourself back to what you've committed to doing. Yeah. So I have, this is my magic feather. Jewelry works. Can we get it on there? Great. As a magic feather. So this symbol is called, I didn't write this down, but I'm going to write it right here. It's called a symbol. And it actually has every single letter of the alphabet within this one symbol, which is so cool. So it can mean anything that you want it to. It can literally hold you accountable to what is true. Hold you accountable to who you are as a human. Hold you accountable to, I'm going to skip ahead, your intention. Like there's a reason that you are committing to going live. And if you stick true to that intention, this can give you the courage when you start to doubt yourself to be like, snap out of it, yo, come back, right? Okay. So we talked about the quesadilla of awesome. Truth, knowing the truth. Get yourself a magic feather to really snap yourself back out of it. And I use stuff like this all the time, just in life, not when it comes to confidence, but like, let's say someone says, you can have like 500 comments that are all amazing, and then one comment that's negative. And what do you think of? The negative comment. I had someone once comment on my video about how I had no business teaching people to be using video in their business or how to speak on camera because I have a lisp. Now, I've had fake teeth since I was 12. I have a little bit of a lisp, and it's okay. And I let that comment, like, even though I handled it pretty well publicly, I did a post about it. I responded to her in this really awesome way. My whole community rallied behind me. But I went to the dentist and I was like, what can we do about this? Okay. I'm going to show you my teeth. I did have a little bit of lunch right before this. I'm going to show you my teeth. They are pretty dang straight, right? They're like kind of crazy. I was born without some of them. And so that's why they're so straight. I was going to get Invisalign because this silly woman said that I had a lisp. That is stupid, right? So then that comes back to like, what's the truth in this situation? Like, yes, maybe I have a lisp, but do I actually need to get Invisalign to fix it? No, it's okay. And we're going to survive, right? Gives me something to talk about. Okay. So, that is that. So for me, that it's so important to have these things like a magic feather when I start to think like, oh, but remember that woman said that I have a lisp, and come back here and be like, pop. I use it. This is a meditation technique that I learned, which is you see these negative comments like a bubble. You take a feather and you're like, pop. Oh, you take your magic feather. What? And you pop the bubble. And then you let that thought go away and you come back to the truth. It's like real good. Okay. Number 4, get prepared. Now, never mind the fact that my business is called The Prepared Performer, right? But the more that you get prepared, the more easy it is for you to show up confidently. Because if you're worrying about all of these things on the side, like even as much as like me worrying about how to share the video, like I probably could have had I had a lot of things prepared before this, but I probably could have had BeLive open on Twitch on my phone right away so that I could easily share the video right away. That's a good tip for next week, right? But What else can we do to get prepared? You can use a tool like BeLive TV, which is so awesome, so that when you show up, you have your frame ready to go, like our little frame for our Monetize Live series, right? Every Monday, we're here at 1 p.m. I have this frame. Is it that way? I can be like, money, 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 right? We decided earlier that on another video I was doing today, where I was talking about this video, that we were going to think of every money related song that we could think of. So the other one that I came up with was money makes the world go round, the world go round, the world go round, right? Yes, +1 for BeLive. Totally. Thank you, Scott. Okay. So because truth be told let's talk about money for another second. When Kevin first gave me this frame, I was like, is that too much with the dollars? And then I was like, that's probably my own money mindset, thinking that I can't do a video with money on it, but I can, because guess what? You can go live. You can use your expertise, your creative talents, your brilliance to actually make moolah. So you want to get prepared. Have your frame in place. Have the colors set up on your video. Like the little purple that ties in with my frame, right? I have my whole agenda set up here. Let me show you again. I have my whole agenda set up so that when I go live, I don't have to worry about anything, right? There's enough to manage. Well, you can see my desktop. Hey, do you guys want to see my awesome brother? Check out my awesome brother. Look at how cool he is. He is a wood carver also. I wish I had a video of his, or an image of his carvings, but he's sanding lumber. Okay, so this is where you say, Mahoney, focus. Okay, so this is the backside of BeLive, right? And I have this agenda here. And by going in here and before I go live, I pre-write my agenda so that I can come on here and I don't have to worry about what I'm going to talk about. I'm just like, bloop, bloop. I even have all my commands set here. Ta-da! You can comment below with ! notes for a written guide. You can comment below with ! Discord for access to our amazing community where you can get more support. And you can comment below with BeLive for a free trial of BeLive yourself, which is so cool. And when you comment below with those, our bot will actually respond in the comments right there in the chat, and we'll give you access to that, which is super cool. Okay, so by getting prepared, it's not only about those technical things, it's also about you as a human. So let's talk about what else you can do to get prepared. Take some time. Give yourself a little bit of self-care so that you come to the camera feeling and looking your best, that you're not like getting here all stressed out, like, right? Also, do a vocal warm-up. This may seem crazy, but if you're going to be live streaming for 3 hours like I am today, it's super important to recognize that you are bringing an instrument to the camera. For me, there's a few things that are really beneficial in a vocal warm-up. I have a course on how to live stream, and we have a full 4-part video series on how to do a vocal warm-up where you tap into your breath. The next thing that you do is, it's called the B-Fab warm-up. You tap into your breath. The next thing you do is you stretch your face, because your face actually has a lot to do with the way that you speak and communicate, right? So we have like different stretches. There's a whole thing that we do. And then your articulators. So if you're not working your articulators, it's like running a marathon without actually warming up. And so you're going to start running the marathon. You're going to trip. And when you trip, you're not going to very easily recover. So even if you look back to earlier when I was like, on your Facebook Live, all right. And then I can keep going because I've prepared to know when I make a little mistake like that, when I trip up like that, it's okay and we can keep going. But if I hadn't tapped into my quesadilla of awesome, if I hadn't done a vocal warm-up of some sort, if I hadn't tapped into what I know to be true before bringing you this information, I could easily let that little slip derail me. I was on a video with someone recently who asked me not to say his real name. Like he wanted me to use his username from Twitch. And I said his real name twice on the video. And I have to tell you, my confidence was a little rattled because I felt like I was letting him down. And I didn't want to say, oh, no, I'm supposed to say your real name. But my voice was like, I'm sure it was like a little bit crazy, right? Hey, Wild West business. I'm glad that you made it. But if I had not done my normal work beforehand to get prepared to really know that I am an expert at what I talk about, right? To show up and really speak from a place where I could answer any question, right? If I don't do that, and I'm also really willing to admit when I don't know something and ask for help, which brings us back to people, right? All in all, we're people. Okay, so get prepared. Then we come to number 5, which is set an intention. Now we talked about at the beginning, Carlos, that was so perfect. Hold on. Carlos just said, oh, it's Carlos. I just signed up for Twitch. That was so perfect because I was just saying, sometimes I feel like I'm not supposed to be saying people's actual names. And then I'm like, oh no, they're supposed to be anonymous. Right? Carlos, it's Molly. Good to see you. I'm glad you're here. Oh my gosh, Carlos, I would have totally forgotten. Okay, I told Carlos earlier that I was going to share this crazy tip on this video. Dude, good thing you showed up. I did this post earlier that was like about the one thing that drives me the most crazy when it comes to live videos. It's like, it actually drives me bonkers because it is such a huge mistake that people are making. And we actually can talk about it here, Carlos. So good one. I'm glad that you're here. And thank you for reminding me. Okay. So one of the most important things with your confidence though, is setting an intention. So we talked in the beginning about one of the things that will allow us to get rattled confidence wise is when we have a really clear business objective. So if we're doing a video and our goal is to get you to buy something from us and you end up saying like, oh, I don't want that product or service, then it's like, oh, we feel deflated. But instead, if you can have a really clear objective, like something that you're going to sell or whatever it is, just get to someone to subscribe, get someone to give you some cheers or bits. Ooh, I was going to try and use our cheers and bits for the first time. Do you think I can do it? I don't know. Did you know you can, oh my gosh, I'm going to do it. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to do it right now. Do you guys know what cheers and bits are? I love Google Pay. Let me just buy stuff right away. I'm going to pay for my own. I'm going to pay to send goodness to my own show. Okay. So, if your like goal is that you want to get more people subscribed, awesome. This is why I'm here. Wild West Biz says they don't know what cheers and bits are. Ta-da! I will show you. So cheers and bits are the way that people can, when someone, it's the way that people can actually pay you money. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Okay, this is crazy. So I've never done it before. Let me show you how to do it. Oh, this is so cool. We just unlocked the ability here to be able to accept bits. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe each bit is worth 1 penny. I just bought like $6 worth. What happened, this is how it happens. Okay, let me finish this tip and then I'm going to show you. So if your objective is to get people to give you cheers or to get you to subscribe to the channel, when you subscribe to a Twitch channel, say that 10 times fast, a Twitch channel, you actually pay to be subscribed. Okay, and then you get all kinds of access to other cool things. If your goal is to get more subscribers and no one ends up subscribing, your confidence can drop. But if your goal is to get that, plus you have the intention to connect with people, or you have your intention is to inspire them, then you can separate yourself from being disappointed by not hitting your objective and still have a reason to bring yourself to the world with your own awesome energy. Okay. Now, let me show you how this works. Like I said, this is my first time doing it, which I'm so stoked about. Okay, so I'm going to show, I really need my screen sharing app. Okay, so when I'm looking at the chat here, do you see that little diamond shaped thing at the bottom? The little, next to the emojis, the little diamond shaped thing, right? So I'm going to click on that. And then it says, this is so cool. It shows me all of these little emotes. And it says, choose a cheer emote below to start your cheer. And then it says, tap here to learn more. You can tap there to learn more or just watch me. So it says, Ooh. So it says 500 is how many I have up in the corner. Do you see that? I just bought 500 bits. I think it was like $6.99 or something. I didn't even really pay attention because I'm here with you. Okay. So I'm going to choose. I chose the party emote, which is that little party thing, right? It totally looks like the Legend of Zelda. It's so cool. And then depending on how much I want to give, this is so awesome. If I do 1, it'll be a gray emote. If I do 2, it'll be that purple one with the little bits. If I do 100, it'll be that purple one, which is like $1. If I do, look at all that. I can do like crazy amounts, right? 10,000. Holy smokes. We're going to go with 1. Let's try just the actual 1 penny. So cheering 1 bit. Watch what happens. Ready? And then I'm going to hit send. Ready? Woohoo! Oh, Jason, did you just do one also? 1 bit? Okay. No, yeah, totally. Okay, let me show you on. This is so awesome. Okay, let me show you on the BeLive side what it looks like. So see this? Now I can see that we got 2 cheers. That's so cool. Okay, I'm going to give myself more magic. So if I go back and I click show all cheer emotes, the other cool thing is that you can create your own custom emotes. Like we could have our own emotes here. Oh, I'm Irish. So let's do the look of the Irish one. I'm going to do a full $1. Are you ready? Or whatever, 100 bits. I'm going to do 100 bits. Okay, now I'm going to send it. Do you like that I'm just giving myself love? That's another tip I have too. Oh my gosh, that's so fun and magical. Okay, so if you're liking the content here, so fun, you could send us little cheers. I love it. Okay, another thing that's really cool, if you're doing that in the chat here, you could say something like, "Hey Molly, I'll give you, 100 bits if you'll sing Somewhere Over the Rainbow." Right? So if anyone has a song request, you can put your song request in the comments below and then let me know how many bits you would send in the form of a cheer to be able to get me to sing that song. Super cool. And I can say, yeah, sure, I know that song. Give me the cheer. And then you'll cheer and then we'll go on and it'll be amazing. Right? I'm going to request my own songs for myself. It's so fun. Okay. So that was awesome and very exciting for me, at least. I hope it was exciting for you too. I am loving Twitch. Carlos says, I've heard her sing Somewhere Over the Rainbow in person. It's worth at least 10,000 bits. Thank you, Carlos. I think we could probably make that happen, right? Okay. If anyone would like to give us a cheer for 10,000 bits, actually, I will sing Somewhere Over the Rainbow for any amount of bits just because that would be fun. Okay. But this is like the one time, right? Okay. So you want to make sure you're setting an intention. And when you set that intention, come back to people. Like we're here to connect with real people, right? We don't know. It's impossible to know everything about the people that you're streaming in front of. And it's so easy to start assuming that there's haters out there, right? Rather than thinking, I know there's someone else out there watching this video who is also a mom or a dad, or who also is trying to be brave going live, or who also, has these different things that makes them human, right? Okay. This next one is like a little, I didn't know exactly what to call it. I've talked about meditation a couple times today, but there's a meditation form called Tong Lin, which I almost called it that. But what I ended up calling it was grandma time. So what you want to do is think of someone in your life who loves you from a completely pure state. With me, I think of my grandma, someone that you love in a completely pure state, right? And similar to Quesadilla of Awesome, there's an amazing quote from someone that I love named Pema Chodron. And she says, everyone has something that they love in that pure state, even if it's just tortillas, right? So this goes twofold. You can think of something that you love from that pure state, which is like where the Quesadilla of Awesome comes in. Or you can think of someone who loves you that way. So like if you were going to do this video and the only person there watching was your grandma, how would you be? For me, my grandma's amazing. And I would love to have her be able to tune in with us, right? Okay. So figure out who that person is and speak to them. If you're too nervous to be speaking to your ideal client or your ideal subscriber, talk to your grandma, right? Okay, number 7. Get excited. If you come to your video and you're like freaked out or like instantly assuming that things are going to go wrong, things are going to go wrong. Even if it's not technically, energetically, you're going to portray that. That's going to come through the camera somehow. So get yourself, and it doesn't have to be my crazy version of excited. It can be your own, whatever that is. Like, but you need to genuinely tap into like, okay, this is going to be an awesome thing. Okay. And now actually, Carlos, I'm going to give you my tip right now. So, so sometimes I actually need to pull it back in the excitement department. And here's something that happens when people do try to get themselves pumped up before they go live. They end up starting the video. I kind of actually did this today, which is not usually how I start videos. I started the video like, we're here, we're going live. Bleh. And I used to always start my videos by going, boom. Like I would do this really loud, crazy thing. And then I realized like, that's just going to push people away. So instead of getting excited, like about the fact that you're going live, get excited about people, and the people that you're talking to, and really tap into who they are right at the top and let them know why they should stick around. Okay. In addition to that, the very beginning of your video, when you're tapping into who that person is, remember to put a description in your dang video. So there are so many times that I see videos come through, and I actually did a tutorial today, on my Facebook business page, which is Molly Mahoney, the Prepared Performer, about how to add a description to your BeLive broadcast on Twitch, because it's a little tricky when you first get started. But on Facebook, on YouTube, on Periscope, put a description in your dang video, because not everyone is going to have the sound on, and they're going to see your description come through, whatever. They're going to get notified here on Twitch. They're going to see it come through their newsfeed. They're going to see it on whatever. And they are much less likely to click to watch your video if they don't know why they should watch. In one of my courses, Camera Confidence, we have this full template for you to go through so that you can actually tap into the problem that your person is experiencing and let them know that there's a valuable reason for them to show up. We can't just expect that everyone's going to drop everything and come show up. Like today, I bribed Carlos to be here by telling him that I was going to share that on this video, right? Totally good. Okay. I really like these cheers. I'm very excited about this. Can we share the cheers? Oh, the cheers don't show up. Wait, did the cheers not show up in the comments? They don't. They show up here. Can we see them? I can see we've had 3 cheers, but I can't get them to pop on the screen. Okay. Now, oh, wait. Oh my gosh. Yes, you can. Oh my gosh, look. You learn something new every day. Watch. I'm going to show you. Look. Okay, so this is like proof that the more you do something, the more you learn. So yeah, so I see them on my phone, but I couldn't see them back here on BeLive, but I can. You just have to click on events. And so the events are where the cheers pop up. Hooray! Look. Woohoo! We can see all of the events. Oh my gosh, followers show up too in here. Look at that. I didn't even know. Do you know how to follow our channel? So the way to follow our channel is if you click on the video, the top right-hand side, click the little heart, and that's how you follow. If you're looking on your computer, it's a little different, but here, see what happens if you follow us. Let me know. I would love to see what happens when you follow us. So click that little button. If you're not already following us, start following us now. Okay, because I want to see if I can see it down here. That would be cool. And now I know how to do that and tell people. Woohoo! Okay. Okay, so that is awesome. And let me come back here. I'll be able to keep an eye on it. If you follow, I can see it. Maybe you're all already following us. Okay. Oh, on desktop, it's on the top right, and it's on the left on the chat. On my Android, I see it on the top right also. Interesting. Okay. Oh, I get it. On desktop, it's on the top right of the video, left of the chat. Oh, so it's like this, actually. When you click on the video, It's right there. Ding, 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 left of the chat. Good one. Thank you. I got it. Perfect. And you can see I added a description, which is monetize your live with Molly. It says it at the bottom of the video. Okay. Oh my gosh, I have a call in 3 minutes. We got to go quick. Holy smokes. I was going to do this video shorter today, but it didn't work. It's a good thing because we're at our last tip, which is ask for support. So there's so many ways that you can get support. You can get support from somebody as a coach who can give you more strategies, give you feedback on your videos. You can get support from your friends, message people and say like, hey, I'm going to go live and I would love to know that you could be there because I'm nervous, right? Having people who tap in and cheer you on. Thank you, Jason, for joining me in sending cheers, right? Having people who do that is super cool. Like one thing that I could do next time is oh my gosh, I have all the ideas. I'm so excited. I could give you 5 tips and then save the extra 3 if 3 people cheer us with 1 bit or something like that, right? There's all kinds of things you could do. But by asking for that support, allow yourself to remember not only is the audience filled with people, the community filled with people, you are a person, right? Oh my gosh, so good. Okay, I usually do a speedy recap. I'm not going to do a speedy recap today because I have to go to another call. But I'm going to, when you comment in the chat with the exclamation point notes for the written guide, we will send it to you. We'll send you a link you can click on. You do have to opt into Facebook to get this from my show. This is just something from my show. You'll opt into my messenger bot. It will get you the notes. You'll also get the show notes from last week. And those are about the foundations that you need to have in place if you want to monetize your videos. Okay, this has been awesome. Thank you so much for being here with us. Make sure that you follow our channel, turn on those notifications so that you can see when we go live. We have 4 shows a week as of right now. Me on Mondays. Joel is on Thursdays. Mel Krill is on I don't remember what day she's on. And I don't know when the Michael show, Overwatch show is on either, but we have those shows happening as well. Make sure that you have the notifications on so that you're notified when we go live. We're also going to be doing a really cool thing here where we're going to be doing a 3-hour broadcast. Those of you who have been with me for the past 3 hours, very similar to what I did today, a 3-hour broadcast where we're going to be bringing guests on who are live streaming pros to help you to be the very best live streamer that you can be. I'm so stoked. I love being here with you on Mondays. If you are on Facebook, make sure that you join us on Wednesday over on our BeLive Facebook page. It is my absolute joy to be here with you several times a week to help you to unlock your inner awesome and elevate it so that you can monetize your live. BeLive TV.